The health dribbler for Mark Canule broke down in tears. At first, they felt the shift like a lost key, little ordinary things that made them stop. Mark would misplace his keys, forget a line, or appear to have lost his train of thought in the middle of a statement every morning. At first, everyone in the family dismissed it. The maps we carry with us spread due to a variety of factors, including time limits, work-related stress, and the overall quickening of life pace. Mark's appetite decreased to a few forkfuls. His nights turned into long naps. The laughter subsided, and the room grew darker as he began to lose more than just time. There was a strange lingo associated with the diagnosis: direct, professional, and surprisingly closer to home than the loved ones had imagined. Preventative test results revealed a disease development that no one had predicted. The word cancer rested on the table between Kelly and Mark like a hot skillet, something that required careful handling, a slow, delicate touch. The story of that week, and the ones that followed it like bruises, is what follows. Everything from the deteriorating on a rainy afternoon, to the escalating hospital lights, to the media's attempt to turn tragedy into a show, to the small, persistent customs that kept a family from making headlines. When Mark was first admitted to the hospital, the choice seemed sudden, since fear does not respect calendars. One day, while discussing scripts, the dog obstinately objects to being confined. The walls of your house aren't the same color as your mood after that. Aggressive, the oncologist said, describing how the cancer had spread faster than expected. There was no drama in the clinic, just the precise pace of someone who had been taught to deliver bad news without allowing it to delude them into false confidence. Despite his ostentation and the ease with which he had performed on TV, television had never required Mark to be anything but human. He responded to the news with a practical composure, a rare firmness or denial. He said, "All right," using a really long word. Kelly watched him with the quiet terror of someone whose love is so great that they realize how fragile the foundations of daily life may be. The family got together with the awkward efficiency of people who genuinely care about other people. Kelly was privately terrified and immensely proud of the discipline with which Jockin, Michael, and Lola reorganized their lives. Gwen asked pals to help him with the housework. Sitting in waiting rooms, Michael managed to fit studying into his schedule. Lola made a list of questions to post to the doctors and put them in her mother's hand like fortunate charms. Mark was initially confined to a general ward, where everything seemed to center around painstaking processes and the air was thick with the smell of antiseptic. The physicians reviewed chemotherapies, targeted therapies, palliative care, and other options. There was discussion of potential illness paths and treatments. There were no promises made. The medicine was merely a probability map, and the future was uncertain. Kelly breezed through her hospital stay like a new employee. She asked as many questions as someone who is following assembly instructions. She grew accustomed to the shift changes and the facial expressions of the nurses. She took note of it. She learned the basics of identifying different gadgets and lab numbers. She could not afford to flunk the latest vocabulary test in the world. A swarm of reporters swept in. Photographers set themselves at the entrance of the hospital. Commentators, phrases were used to create a forecast. Message boards full of calls for opinions and comments. As a result, Kelly found herself living in two rooms simultaneously. Another universe where screens and news reports coexist with the actual bedroom where Mark slept. The image of Kelly leaving the hospital with her head bowed, as seen on Mascara Street, would appear on every station. It became shorthand, meaning upset, and inspired 1,000 alternative guesses. By thanking people for their concern, asking for privacy, and promising to disclose information when possible, their succinct and well-crafted statement attempted to control the narrative. The authors clearly understand how to satiate the family's demand for some privacy, as well as the press's need for drama. On the other hand, statements are like a blanket. You throw them into a storm and hope they stay put. On the third night after being admitted to the hospital, Mark's health rapidly deteriorated. The once hummable monitors began beeping, and his vitals, including his blood pressure and temperature, started to fall. The nurses rushed in, their moves displaying a predetermined level of skilled accuracy. When they wheeled him to the intensive care unit, the family felt as like they had been tethered. Kelly Ripa revealed a terrifying incident in which her husband, Mark Canules, was apparently in danger because of a hospital error, which is a sad and upsetting development. The beloved television couple, known for their deep love and strong bond, ran into an unexpected issue. Kelly, who's often known for her upbeat personality on Live with Kelly and Mark, has revealed the emotional strain of the situation and her resolute attempts to protect her husband's health. The occurrence, an unsettling medical emergency. The episode, which has been described as a frightening encounter, began when Mark Canulos was admitted to the hospital for routine medical care. The circumstances that followed were undoubtedly disastrous for Kelly and their family. Even though the details of his illness are kept private, according to people close to the couple, Mark's condition worsened due to a medical error at the hospital, putting his life in jeopardy. After more than 20 years of supporting Mark, Kelly was naturally upset and worried to learn that her husband's health was in jeopardy. As the couple faced significant challenges in getting Mark the necessary care, the hidden hospital error started to come to light. The revelation of Mark's danger caused Kelly such anguish that she felt compelled to take action to protect her loved one. Kelly Ripa's support of Mark's security. Kelly's first reaction as a wife and mother was to oppose the system that allowed this mistake to happen. As a powerful show of love and determination, Kelly demanded that the hospital take responsibility and act quickly and forcefully to correct the error. The 52-year-old TV personality was driven to find the truth not only because of her husband's situation, but also because she wanted to save other patients from suffering the same fate. She shared her frustration, worry, and anger about the situation in a heartfelt social media statement. She explained her innate need to protect Mark at all costs and how she had to use every ounce of her strength to negotiate the medical system and fight for the treatment he was entitled to. I was petrified. In her article, Kelly said, "Mark is very important to me, and when I learned that his life was in danger because of a mistake, I was completely focused on getting him the help he needed. Never in my life have I felt so powerless, but I was determined to face this issue head-on." Her words resonated with her audience as many heard the deep passion and determination in her voice. Kelly has always been open and honest with her fans as a public figure, but this incident exposed a serious flaw. She was more than just a TV personality. She was a wife who would do whatever in her power to protect the man she loved, a family's ability to resilience in tough times. Kelly and Mark's family came together as time went on and the situation changed, providing the support and fortitude needed to get through this trying time. Amid the chaos, the couple's top priority, having 3 children, became a ray of hope. Although the experience had a significant impact on Kelly and their family, Mark's health began to improve after the hospital's intervention. "In the end, it's about family," Kelly said during an interview. "Mark and I have faced many challenges together, and I've never been more grateful for our bond, our children, and our support system. Although this event had a significant impact on us, it also demonstrated our family's resiliency." Mark Canulos was deeply impacted by Kelly's unwavering commitment to his well-being. He expressed his gratitude for his wife's love and determination in a heartfelt Instagram post, calling her the strongest woman I know. His comments revealed their close relationship and cooperation. The impact on Kelly and Mark's relationship. Since both Kelly and Mark acknowledged their reliance on each other in times of need, the experience has strengthened their connection. They're one of the most beloved couples in Hollywood and have always shown a great deal of love for one another. Their love goes beyond media appearances and interviews, as this experience has shown. "We're more than just a couple on TV," Kelly said in a tearful Live with Kelly and Mark episode. "We work together in every way possible. Mark has my unwavering support, and I will always stand up for him no matter what." The couple's candor about their trauma has resonated with viewers, showing that real human experiences marked by love, pain, and resiliency exist behind the glamour of the entertainment industry. A positive aspect and forward motion. Even though Kelly, Mark, and their family have encountered a lot of difficulties, there's one bright spot. Mark is making progress towards recovery, and the two of them are stronger than they were previously. They are now using their position to raise awareness of the importance of patient advocacy and the need for constant vigilance in healthcare. Kelly has promised to continue raising awareness of the issue in an effort to prevent similar medical mistakes in the future. She has stated her commitment to supporting organizations that put patient safety first and advocating for those who don't have the resources or voice to speak up for themselves.